For this week's lesson, I just want to demonstrate the different exercises that the kids are going to be doing. And the first set of things I'm going to go through are the push-ups. So the first is just your normal push-up. Tell them hands about shoulder width apart, knees off the ground, and their legs and their back should be in one straight line. Then just have them bring their chest down to the ground and back up. The next one is the knee push-up. So this time they're going to be able to do it on their knees, which makes it a little easier. But the same thing, they want their legs and their back in a straight line. And you can tell them to kind of bring their feet up, or they can keep their feet down. Doesn't matter. Just make sure their thighs and their back are in a straight line. They're just going to bring their chest down, bring it back up. Okay? The next variation is the clap push-up. And this one's quite a bit harder. It's just doing a normal push-up, but when they get to their top, they're going to try to explode up and clap their hands together. This one looks like this. That one's a bit tougher. Then the next one is the Christmas tree push-up. It's kind of like a normal push-up, but your hands are going to be a lot closer together. And it's called the Christmas tree because when you bring them real close, it kind of looks like a Christmas tree. So that one, once again, knees off the ground, legs and chest in a straight line, and just chest down to hit the Christmas tree, and back up. And that one's a little bit tougher too. And the last push-up related exercise we're going to do is the prison cell push-up. And this is kind of a complex exercise. It's a combination of a normal push-up and the mountain climber. So it looks like this. You're going to have them start in the normal push-up position. They're just going to do a normal push-up. And then they're going to bring their right knee up to their chest, set it back, their left knee up to their chest, set it back, then do another push-up. Then they're going to hop their feet up to their hands, then stand up tall. Back to the push-up, do a normal push-up, right knee up, left knee up, another push-up, hop your hands to your feet, stand tall. And back to the push-up position. So the next three exercises that I'm going to demonstrate are pretty similar in that they're all good cardio exercises, and they're also all going to start in a push-up position. So the first one we'll do is just called the push-up hops. There's two variations. There's push-up hops in and push-up hops out. So the first one, the in version, is just get in a push-up position, and they're simply just going to hop their feet in. So they're just going to alternate just like this, front and back. And the push-up hop out, they're going to just kind of spread their legs almost like a jumping jack. So they're going to go out and back to the center. So those are the push-up hops in and out. Then the last one that's pretty similar is called the mountain climber. They're just going to bring their right thigh up to their right chest and then put it back and alternate with the left one up. So that looks like this. So it's kind of like they're running in a push-up position. There are also three different leg exercises that we're going to do. And the first one is just the wall sit. And it's kind of self-explanatory, the name kind of gives it away. But they're just going to find a wall, have their feet about shoulder width apart, and then they're just going to squat down until their legs, their knees are about a 90-degree angle. And then they just have to push themselves up against the wall to keep themselves from sliding all the way down. And then they're just going to hold this for an extended period of time. And it really starts to kind of make your legs burn after a while. The second leg exercise we're going to do is your basic squat. So again, they'll have their feet about shoulder width apart. They can just kind of cross their arms in front of their chest. They're just going to squat down and come back up. Squat down and come back up. And again, you want their legs, their knees about a 90-degree angle. And the last leg exercise we're going to do is the lunge. So for this, have them put their hands behind their head, just step forward with their front leg, then bend Again, about 90 degrees. You don't want their knee way over their ankle. That's not good. That puts a lot of stress on their ankle joint. So just about 90 degrees, then step through. Then they'll just alternate back and forth with the right and left leg, keeping their hands behind their head and trying to keep their chest up. And that's it for the leg exercises. So we're also going to be having the kids do some ab exercises. And the first one is just a normal sit-up. So they're just going to have their feet on the ground, cross their arms in front of their chest, just have them come up and touch their knees. And the one thing to look at this, make sure the kids aren't just kind of doing one of these, make sure they're actually coming up the full range of motion. Then the next ab exercise we're going to do are just ab planks. And for this, they're just going to try to make their body one straight line like a board. So they're just going to lay on their back, put their hands behind their head, and you want to have them lift their feet up about 6 to 8 inches off the ground, and then they're just going to hold it here for however long the card says. So that's the plank. And if that gets kind of hard for them, a way to make it easier is they can put their hands underneath their butt, and that makes it so it's not quite as hard on their abs. And then another kind of variation on this is the ab plank with flutter feet. And for this, they're just going to do the normal plank, but they're going to kind of kick their feet like they're swimming. And that makes it a little more difficult. Then the last ab exercises are ab bicycles. And for this, it's kind of a balancing act, but they're going to be in kind of maybe a 45-degree angle leaning back, and they're going to move their feet like they're pedaling a bicycle. And then each complete circle of a foot is one. It's like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. The very last exercise they're going to be doing for this game is called the inchworm. And this is really more of a stretch than an actual exercise, but it looks like this. They're going to stand up, then reach down. Hopefully they can get to the ground. If not, they can come forward a little bit. But they're just going to walk their hands forward till they're in a push-up position, and then they're going to walk their feet forward as far back up as they can go. Then they're going to walk their hands, and that would be one. Then they're going to walk their hands forward, back to a push-up position, then just walk their feet back up towards their hands. So they're going to kind of look like an inchworm as they're going along.